On the canister.
Cheers. This is the ancient one with my good friend, Pastor Luis, in his facility in Athens, Georgia. So we talked about form and function and grip. Now we're going to talk about the whole body, how it works in unanimity. I call it matchup. So Pastor Luis, he's strong as a horse. Look at those arms. I got little pipe stems. He's taller than me, got good levers, got good back muscles, I can feel it. So it's not all about muscle. How do these little gals, 5 foot nothing, 120 pounds, hit at 260, shooting 4 or 5 under par? I'd be happy with that, wouldn't you?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what we want to do.
I'd be happy breaking 100.
Well, hey, I'm not happy with, I wanted to get you down in the 80s.
Exactly.
That's realistic.
That's right.
You're not going to shoot par golf because that takes, you got another job here.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, you don't have 8, 10 hours a day. So don't quit your daytime job just yet.
Right.
So we're going to talk about how the body works. So show them your swing. You were an arm swinger, and that's 90% amateurs.
Before I met Bob, I used to swing with the old grip that he did not, that he corrected, which was like this, but then I changed that to the new grip that he directed. And when I would swing, you gotta get closer, Bob, so we could hear you.
Yeah, okay.
So when I would swing, I would pretty much just swing like this. That was it. And I'd go down, and I'd come up, and I'd swing, and you notice that my feet are not moving. And Bob called that cement feet. And he said, I said, what? He goes, you got cement feet, like the mafia. You got concrete in your shoes. And so
food for the fishes.
he said, you need to learn how to swing. So I'm going to step out of the picture, and Bob is going to show you the right way to swing and use your body and function instead of doing this. You see my feet, right?
Yeah.
My feet are not moving. My legs are not moving. All that's moving is my hips and my arms.
Yeah. So
and Bob is going to show you the way he taught me, which is the correct way.
So my magnificent body, I can do this. Although I have an artificial hip, a reconstructed right knee, other physical ailments, but I can do a little simple total body golf move. So by warm-up, I like to do the perpetual motion. So this is counterclockwise, but you'll notice I do heel toe. This is the way we walk. This is the way we're going to swing, heel toe. There's involvement here. All sports are from the ground up. Baseball, I'm watching the World Series, they're lifting that foot and then they drop into it. They're not just swinging like that. Pitchers, they're getting way back here, they're lifting that foot, the knee comes up to about, I can't do it, but as soon as they drop, then that releases as force vectors, I'm told. Okay, so how does the body work? Now, Ben Hogan, he's my hero. I learned a lot from him. I have teachers, mentors from all over. John Hensley in Australia. I was certified for channel lock. Of course, Mo Norman, I met him 3 times. Natural golf. Brian Sparks, easiest swing in golf. He sensed the seas from Great Britain, and others. So I learned a lot. I call them nuggets. But when I put it all together, and Ben Hogan was on Ed Sullivan program back in the 50s. And I remember these words. He said, it's the lower body. You got to get the lower body. Well, cement legs here. He's an arm swinger, upper body. And he could hit it pretty far, but consistency. What we want is this moving together in this manner. So how do I do that? Well, I set up the right form. Now my feet, we're all built different. I like to have a little splay out of the feet like a duck. Now the bunion toe, that's this big toe here. If I run a club up to the outside of my hip, this would be correct balance and support. Now on this side, so this is now Pastor Lewis is bigger and stronger, and he has a different support system. But we want to be very solid. Right side, left side. In place, not sway. So how do I do that? Well, all sports start from the ground up. If I hold this in my belly button, I'm going to start this movement from the ground up. So when I walk, it's heel toe. So I'm going to lift all the classic golfers, and you go back, Gene Sarazen, Ben Hogan, Sam Snead, Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, Gary Player, they all lifted the heel. But then Tiger Woods came on, and he's so strong and supple, he kept the foot in place, and he could do it. We don't do this 8-10 hours a day. So this is how it works. This is my center, my spine, my belly button, my sternum. So I'm turning in place. I'm not going like this. When I get here, this goes up. Now, my balance is compromised. I'm turning here. My spine is right here. So when I lift that heel, I'm not swaying, I'm turning. And that's pretty good for me with my limited flexibility. I have L4 and L5 herniated disc scoliosis. Well, the list goes on, but I can still turn in place like this. And I played yesterday. I have absolutely no pain residual. So this is not hard on my back. This would be. So I'm just turning in place, and then I'm coming down here and following through. So slow motion, I can do slow motion. So I want to get it started. Now this is called lag. When the club goes back, that's lag, and I can create that whip. If I'm going here, I'm an over-the-top hacker-whacker. So this. See the way my feet work? Now another element of this is this left shoulder. Iron Byron, the mechanical robot, only had one arm, and it has this three-legged base. They used it for testing balls and equipment. They put this club in this, the coupler, attached it, actuator, pneumatic. They set this plate going, and this wouldn't move. This would be a free hinge. It would set, that's how you use a hammer. And this, I want to keep it out, this in. So I'm coming through. This stays till I run on an arm, and then I rotate around to a nice finish. So easier said than done. So I really think of about three things when I set up. I want to set up in a loaded fashion, so my hips are already preset. This is flexion, this is extension. This is out, my scapular projection. My shoulders are free hinge. Now I can, without movement, I can move it out about 5 inches. But this wiggles all around. This causes a lot of problems. What I want is this out and contained. Then I bring it in. Now this isn't going to move in the beginning stages. So this is under. So I got an inside path immediately. So this, and we got wristies, and that crawls over the other. Full swing, and hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, till the ball lands, and then you had a good shot. So easy peasy, lemon easy. I get a thumbs up from Pastor Lewis. So I went over just really basics, Ben Hogan, lower body, and how it works together. I call it matchup. So I hope that this resonated with many. I appreciate so much, well, you guys, and of course my audience and my followers, and cheers for the next segment coming up later.